In this video, I will be talking about the ideal variables in the car rental industry. The majority of my research comes from Vehicle Fleet Planning, a journal written by the Director of Operations Research for ENGI Car Rental, Dr. Kai Ip. The car rental industry generates more than $19.4 billion per year. Within the U.S. alone, there are about 19,000 car rental locations with more than 1.9 million vehicles for renting. Throughout the journal, three major problems were discussed, these being, what is the ideal fleet size for each location, what is the ideal pool size for each location, and what is the ideal balance between customer wait time and number of employees. In practice, strategic decisions are made by corporate fleet planners based on recommendations of local and regional management. Typically, city management is not well versed in the cost associated with acquiring and turning back cars and hence will only make fleet requests based solely on utilization considerations. Corporate fleet planners must juggle what local management wants while trying to stay within the constraints imposed by manufacturers and upper management. Keeping in mind, city managers are often reluctant to give away cars from their locations, even though it is more profitable for the company to have those cars somewhere else. This becomes a matter of balance and negotiation.
When customers show up and cannot be serviced with the type of car they had reserved earlier, companies usually provide them with a higher priced car at the same rate. Decisions for transferring cars from one location to another within a pool must further take into account issues of market share, service level, and trade-offs between the incremental revenue and the transshipment cost of cars. Tactical fleet deployment must achieve these goals while taking into account the volatility of the daily demand. In order to discover the ideal balance between customer wait time and number of employees, a simulation of the process and choices made was needed. This process had a variety of factors that determine wait time, meaning each of these choices needed to be mapped out. Customers enter the system on average once every 5 minutes. As they enter the system, they approach the front desk where their processing time is described by a Poisson distribution with an average of 5 minutes. There is a 0.5% chance that customers will not be served from here. Next, the customer's license validity must be checked. On average, 1% of customers do not pass this phase and therefore would proceed to not being served. After, the correct form of payment must be presented. The percentage of customers that do not have the correct form of payment is heavily dependent upon demographics in each location. However, on average, 5% of customers are not able to be served after this checkpoint. Next, car availability must be checked. After approximately 5 minutes, the customer is either able to receive a car that was available at that location or may begin waiting for another car to come from a pool location. There's approximately a 5% chance that customers will have to wait about 15 minutes for a car from a pool location. After the car is received, travel time is 5 minutes to account for cleaning and inspection of the car. By allowing each server's capacity to represent the number of workers able to serve customers, we are then able to determine what the ideal number of employees is while saving the company money, yet still taking into account customer wait time. The number shown in the top corner is the average number of customers in the system at any given time. To begin, with a server capacity of only 2, you can see the line builds very quickly. It becomes evident that this is likely not the most ideal number of employees. Now, as we watch the simulation with servers at a capacity of 4, it is evident that the number of customers waiting does not increase as rapidly as the capacity with 2, but eventually the line will grow out the door. When the server capacity is at 6, the line seems to be maintained, allowing the customer wait time to be significantly less than each of the other simulations. With 6 employees, the cost per hour would be about $720, yet they would serve on average 12 customers an hour. This means that they would bring in about $7,800 an hour, profiting $7,080. While the server capacity is at 8, there is no line all day. This is great for customer satisfaction, yet will cause the company to spend much more in labor costs. With 8 employees, the company will be profiting about $6,700 opposed to the previous $7,080. In conclusion, after examining the benefits of each, it becomes evident that the ideal number of employees is 6. Throughout the day, about 100 customers are able to be served, while the average time in system is only about 23 minutes.